So hi and good evening to all. I'm Dr. K.Sushita, Assistant Professor in Electrical Electronics Engineering, Vistas, Chennai. So I'm here to highlight a few things about outcome-based education. So what is an outcome-based education? Education which is based on outcome is called as OBE or outcome-based education. So what is an outcome? Outcome is something what we are able to do or able to achieve at the end of a course or a program. So as a student, you will be studying a particular course which is covered under a program. So whatever you are able to achieve at the end of that particular course or the program is known as the outcome. Outcome is a result, the result of what an instructor teaches you and what you are able to implement. That is an outcome. So in 2004, the Tucker defined outcome based education OBE as a process which involves restructuring of curriculum, assessment and reporting practices in education to reflect the achievement of higher order learning and mastery rather than the accumulation of the course credit. So it's just not OBE does not involve just studying a course and scoring, but it actually tells what you are able to achieve in the end of the course. So next we will be seeing what is vision and mission. So vision is actually a futuristic statement that an institution or a department would like to achieve over a longer period of a time. So vision is something what my institute wants to be after 15 or 20 years. So that is called vision. And what is a mission? It is what which it means by which it proposes to move towards the stated vision. So already a vision is stated, so my mission has to be in such a way that it should move towards the vision. So this is an example of one institute, and what they want to be a nation's finest institution of higher learning in the field of technical education to develop professionals who are technically competent, ethical, environment friendly for betterment of the society. So as an institution, after 15 to 20 years, they want to be one of the top institution who can provide a better eco-friendly environment to the students, and they are able to develop some professionals who are technically competent, both in ethical wise as well as they are environmental friendly towards the society. So as an institute, to move towards this vision, they should follow some vision, and their vision states that they accomplish stimulating learning environment for the students through quality teaching, research, outreach activity by providing the state-of-art facilities, industry exposure and guidance of dedicated faculty. So these are things they're proposing with which they can move towards the vision. So how the outcome-based education framework works? Now there is an institution. In an institution, the institution will frame the vision and mission. So once they have framed vision and mission, the same has to be followed by the department. So under the institution, there will be various department functioning, and those department will frame the vision and mission which should be aligned with the mission and vision of the institution. So once they frame the vision and mission, they will frame program educational objectives. So program educational objectives are statements which indicates what our graduates will be in the employment in the employment environment. So what the graduates how the graduates should be in the place where they are employed is actually program educational objective. So once the program once we have framing the program educational objectives, we have program outcomes. Program outcomes are already defined by NBA. So under engineering we have 12 outcomes, so already been defined. And now after that we define course outcome. The course outcome, so they under the program now there are various courses being conducted. So those course outcomes will be framed by the subject expertise, and This particular framing of the outcome is carried out at one side, and all after framing all these outcomes, we have course planning and delivery. That is, we frame the syllabus, and then we decide the teaching methods, we decide the learning activities. The learning activities again is different for bright learning students and weak students. So various activities are planned, and then assessment tools are decided. Assessment tools such as continuous assessment and MCQs and class seminars, so and end semester examination. So based on these tools, now the course is assessed. The course assessment is being done. After the course assessment being done, we calculate the course attainment, and then based on the course attainment, we perform program, the same tools for course assessment used for program assessment, and we calculate the program attainment. And after both these attainments, the institutional assessment at institutional level is done. And once this is finished, the improvements by the stakeholders such as industry persons, it can be industry persons, it can be and the students are the first and main stakeholders of an institute. So the feedback is collected from the students, industry expertises with whom we are signing MOUs, and and in some industries who employ our students, they give us feedback, and alumni, they give us feedback. So all these inputs and feedbacks are taken, and this is again discussed to reframe the, if needed the mission vision and the PUO are, if needed, reframed. So this is the improvement which will be done every year, every academic year. So this is how the framework, our outcome based education works. So here in VISTAS, Wales Institute of Science, Technology and Advanced Studies, this is the vision which is this is the followed. This is the vision. So VISTAS wants to emerge as one of the nation's finest institution of higher learning in the field of technical education, to develop professionals who are technically competent, ethical, environmental friendly for betterment of society. Now, what is the mission of the VISTAS? Mission of the VISTAS is effectively imparting knowledge and inculcating innovative thinking, facilitating skill enhancement through add-on courses and hands-on training, doing original and socially relevant high-quality research, facilitating appropriate co-curricular, extracurricular and extension activities, instilling the spirit of integrity, equity, professional ethics and social harmony. So in order to achieve this vision, we are following this mission. So each and every stakeholder, that is students, the faculty, that is internal stakeholders, must follow this vision and mission in order to bring our institution to a higher level. So next, as an student or the faculty of Department of Electrical Electronics Engineering, we need to know the vision and mission of our department. So vision is to impart higher quality education in the field of electrical electronics engineering and to create globally competent engineers with aptitude for research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and prepare them to serve industrial and societal needs. So what the department aims to be is, we want to impart some higher quality education, so that the student, once he leaves the institution, he will be able to compete with others in terms of research, innovation and also entrepreneurship. So we are preparing them basically for this. So to achieve this vision, towards what we are moving is to fortify the students with sound technical competency by providing the state of art teaching and learning, to impart industry oriented training to enable students to meet day-to-day changes of the field, to increase the employability and entrepreneurship skills of students through personality development programs and soft skills trainings, to provide good research atmosphere that would enable students and faculties with opportunities to do research, consultancy and constructive contribution, and to be of the ethical value to the society. So these are the missions we are following to achieve the vision. So next is program educational objectives. So as I said before, program educational objectives are the broad statements that describe the career and professional accomplishments that the program is preparing graduates to achieve. That is, our students, after he graduates, he'll go to an industry. So what an industry expects the students to be is what the program educational objectives are. So there are 4 program educational objectives which has been defined, that is PO1, demonstrate their knowledge in analysis, design and configuring of electrical, electronics and other allied systems. So he should not be, not only he should be well versed in the electrical electronics engineering, but he should be prepared in such a way that he is also technically stronger in other allied courses also. Then second one, he should keep up the technological developments. He acquire software and hardware proficiency in the field of electrical electronics engineering to provide scientific solution to future challenges. And PO3 is to upgrade the potential to pursue higher education and research in his her professional career. And last one, he should possess befitting technical skills to contribute to nurturing society in the ethical, economical and environmental context. So next, coming to program outcomes. Now as in engineering department, we have 12 program outcomes. So what these program outcomes mean? So first one is engineering knowledge. Suppose we are doing a project. For example, I'm saying we are doing a project. So what is the first step we will move towards? We have to select a problem. So to select the problem, we should know some knowledge about the field or the problem. So what is the first in the program outcome? An engineering an engineering course should first, the outcome of the first the outcome of the course is, outcome is engineering knowledge. That is, a student should be aware of the engineering courses, that is he should be aware of mathematics, science, engineering fundamentals and engineering specialization to the solution of complex engineering problems. So that means he should be capable of applying the knowledge in the field of knowledge. He should be aware of mathematics, science, engineering fundamentals, so that he can apply that knowledge in the complex engineering problems. So first, we should have some knowledge. Second, we should analyze the problem. What is the problem? So it's problem analysis. Identify, formulate, review research literature, analyze complex engineering problems, reaching substantiated conclusions using first principles of mathematics, natural science and engineering science. So once the problem is analyzed, the next step is to design and development of solutions. So once the problem is known, we should find in what way the problem can be solved. So we should be aware of the design and development of solutions. So design solutions for complex engineering problems and design systems, components of or processes that meet the specified needs with appropriate consideration for the public health and safety and the cultural, societal and environmental consideration. So the solution which we are developing in should be in such a way that it should not affect the health of the public, and it should be safer for them in terms of cultural, societal and environmental. So fourth one is, once we find out how this problem can be how is this problem developed or designed, we should conduct investigations on those problems. So we have to use now research based knowledge and research methods, including the design of experiments, analysis in the interpretation of the data and synthesis of the information to provide valid conclusions. So once the investigation of the problem is done, now we have to find a tool which can be used to solve that problem. So it's a modern tool usage. Fifth one is modern tool usage. So we have to create or select or apply appropriate techniques, resources and modern engineering and IT tools, including prediction and modeling to complex engineering activities with an understanding of the limitations. So once the tools are selected, we develop the solution to the problem. Now as an engineer, we should be conscious that this particular problem which is solved is useful for the society. So as an engineer, the sixth program outcome is the engineer and society. So we should apply reasoning informed by the contextual knowledge to assess societal health, safety, legal and cultural issues and the consequent responsibilities relevant to the professional engineering practice. And the problem we develop, it should be in such a way that we should understand the impact of the professional engineering solutions in societal and environmental context and demonstrate the knowledge of and need for sustainable development. That is, the problem we developed has to be, it should be such a way that it should sustain in the environment, and the impact of the problem should be in such a way that it is useful for the society without harming the society. Now the eighth one is the ethics. So when we are selecting the problem and developing the solution, we should make sure as an engineer we follow the ethics and principles defined by the program. So apply ethical principles and commit to the professional ethics and responsibilities and norms of the engineering practice. So all this will be done. It can be done by an individual or it can be done by a teamwork. So function effectively as an individual and as a member or leader in diverse teams and in multidisciplinary setting. So when we are trying to solve a problem, the ninth program outcome is individual and teamwork. That is, as an individual or as a team, we should make sure that we exhibit the leadership quality, and also we obey the leader who assigns the problem to us, and this can be done in terms of multidisciplinary setting also. So next one is communication. So communication is very important. So we should make sure that we throughout the problem solving process, we should effectively able to communicate on complex engineering activities with the engineering community as well as with the society at large, being able to comprehend and write effective reports and design documentation, make effective presentation, and give and receive a clear instructions. So we should make sure that once we complete the development of the solution, we should be able to write the student should be able to write the report and design the documentation and presentation. So once all this has been done, the student the program expects the student to demonstrate knowledge and understand the engineering and management principles and apply this to their own work as a member and a leader in a team to manage projects in multidisciplinary environments. So 11th one defines about the project management and finance. So once the student completes this, he should be able to manage this project as well as in terms of financially also he should be able to exhibit his qualities. So next one, the student has developed, now this should be in such a way that it is worth lifelong learning. So the 12th program outcome is lifelong learning, that is to recognize the need for and have the preparation and ability to engage in independent and lifelong learning in the broadest context of technological change. So once the program outcomes are understood, the program specific outcomes, that is apart from this 12 program outcomes, in addition, which is defined that the 12 outcomes are defined by the NBA. So in addition, we have as a department we have to frame 2 program specific outcomes. So each departments like civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical, whatever, they will have their own program specific outcomes, and it varies from department to department, and it can be from 2 to 4. So in our department, electrical and electronics, we have 2 program specific outcomes. So first one is the learners can apply the knowledge acquired in the field of electrical electronics engineering to analyze, design and solve problems in various systems. So as a graduate, he should be not only a graduate. So before he graduates, when he's learning, in the phase of learning, he should be able to exhibit his knowledge in the field of electrical electronics engineering so that he can analyze and design various problems. And as a graduate, the second one says about the graduates that they can develop sustainable solutions for societal requirements by choosing some future ready methods. So once the program outcomes and program specific outcomes are designed, I said course outcomes have been designed by the subject expertise. So there are each various subject for which the subject expertise will frame the course outcomes. Now there is something called course objective. So the course objective is what an instructor, when they come to class, they tell you what are the objectives of the course. That is objective in sense, what are the things you are going to learn, what you will be able to grasp. That is upon before studying the subject, you should know some why we are studying the course. So why you are studying the course is a course objective, and what you are able to learn from the course is actually a course outcome. So course outcome is defined as what you are able to achieve in the end of the course. So once the instructor gives you the course objective as well as the course outcome. So this is an example of a course in the Department of Electrical Electronics Engineering, and the course name is solid state drives. So here is the 5 course outcome defined by the subject expertise. So these course outcomes actually is framed using Bloom's taxonomy. So Bloom's taxonomy, the levels of the Bloom's taxonomy, upon the levels of the Bloom's taxonomy, this particular course outcome is framed. So that is what we want the students to achieve. So here we can see that there are some words, which is verbs which is being used, such as understand, analyze, and model. So these are all taken from the Bloom's taxonomy. So this is the hierarchical level of the Bloom's taxonomy. So we can see the lower level is remember, and the lower level is the first level, which is remember, and the second level is understand, the third level is apply, the fourth level is to analyze, and the fifth level is to evaluate, and the last level is to create. So under these 6 levels we have 6 terms. These are the main verbs, and under this main verbs we are having subverbs which can be used instead of this particular main verb. So based on this Bloom's taxonomy, the course outcome is being framed. So now this is the process of the vision and the mission, how it is framed. So vision and the mission, in vision and mission framing process, the institute actually first frames the mission and vision, and this process of framing the vision and mission is actually it has been discussed in the department. This is the first the institute level vision and mission is framed, and then department advisory committee is conducted, and under the department in the department advisory committee, members like faculty, students, and industry experts are being asked for the suggestions, and they frame the vision and the mission of the department. So vision of the mission and the department should be in such a way that it is aligned with the vision and the mission of the institute. So once this is framed, we have to summarize and identify the core competencies. So this is done by with the help of the stakeholders, as I already said. So internal stakeholders are faculty and students, and external stakeholders are parents, alumni, and industry experts, and employers who employ the students over here. So upon discussing all with them, the vision and mission statements are drafted, and again this is endorsed in the department advisory committee. Once it is completely satisfied, the publication and dissemination of vision and mission statements of the departments are done. So this is the formulation process of the program educational objective. A similar process takes place, that is the institute vision and mission process is being framed, and the department vision and mission process is being framed in the department advisory committee. And considering the graduate attributes, that is program outcomes, which we discussed, which is defined by the NBA. So considering all this, the program education objectives are again framed in the department advisory committee, considering the feedbacks of the internal stakeholders and external stakeholders, and these are summarized again and based on the identification of the core competencies, and it is drafted and then it is endorsed in the department advisory committee. Once it is satisfied, it has been publication has been done and disseminated. So the PEO statements should be in such a way that it aligns with the mission statements of both university as well as the department. So there is a mapping done where you can see that there is being defined as 3 to 1. 3 is what which the mission is strongly agreed with the program educational objective. 2 is what it is it's been agreed, and if at all it is 1, it has been satisfied, and if at all it is hyphen, it is not aligned with the particular, the mission is not aligned with the program educational objective is not aligned with the particular mission. So this is the structure of the curriculum design. So as I said already, first the department advisory committee frames the vision, mission, and then program educational objective, and then the department frames the program specific outcome based on the program outcome which is already in addition to program outcome which is already been defined by the NBA. And this based on all this we draft the curriculum. So once the curriculum draft is done by the department by consulting the department advisory committee, the subject expertise will draft the curriculum considering the feedback of the industries, academicians and experts, and alumni and students, and considering the norms of the UGC, ASCT and program specific criteria, the subject expertise will draft the curriculum which will be discussed in the department advisory committee. So department advisory committee is held for once in 6 months. So in that if anything has to be changed based on the feedback of the stakeholders, the decision will be taken the department advisory committee, and once it is discussed, the suggestions will be given by the stakeholders in the department advisory committee. It is taken to the board of studies for the approval. Board of studies is usually conducted once in a year. So if the members of the board of studies are satisfied, again there will be some stakeholders in the board of studies. If they are satisfied with the curriculum, it will be recommended to the academic council. If they are not satisfied, again the curriculum has to be redrafted by the subject expertise, and again it has to pass to the board of studies through the department advisory committee. So once it has been satisfied, it is recommended to the academic council. Academic council, if they take the decision to process further, it is approved by the board of management, and the curriculum is finalized. So this is how our an outcome based education, the structure of the outcome based education works. So thank you all. I hope I have given some valid information. Thank you very much.